Hey everyone, and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex. In today's video we have a short, condensed version of everything you need to see at the UTMB Expo. We have the very best innovation tech products that were released, announced here during UTMB. And we are here at the HOKA base camp with this HOKA Tecton X3 Chamonix edition. 300 pairs were released. That's a very limited amount. And if you're in Chamonix, you need to rush to get yours. They're all numbered. So this one is 264 out of 300. And it's a unique colorway only here in Chamonix. It comes also with an apparel assortment that you have right behind me. I actually like the colorway and I may end up with a pair. And next up, we have this t-shirt. More attention to the women's races. Not only the men's elites are amazing and fast, also the women's elites. And this is done by the WTF Women Trail Running Fund. Most of the profits out of these t-shirts are for the women out there on the trails. It looks good and it's an important thing, so yeah, why not? Next up is the brand new Fenix line announced by Garmin. The Fenix 8 now comes by default with an AMOLED display. The Fenix Way 8 is that top-end outdoor watch capable of doing lots of different sports activities, of tracking your daily lifestyle, but also of being a smartwatch. What are the key differences? It comes with a speaker and a microphone to take your calls or to listen to some music directly through that tiny speaker. More advanced capabilities for divers and a completely revamped user interface inside the watch. Lots of other features, and there will be a full review on the channel in a few days. And next up, we have Norda, a brand that not many of you maybe know about. This brand just announced the Norda 005. Their new generation trail running shoe. It's actually a maximalist shoe that features big proportions with very, very low weight of 225 grams. The upper is a biodynamic upper. It's very strong and lightweight, but the most important part and the very interesting part is the midsole. The material of this midsole is Ornithel. This is a TPE material, so a very low density infused TPE material. The numbers in terms of shore C geometer are crazy. Dual density, 36C for the top layer and 38C for the lower layer. Very low numbers, and I expect a very soft ride, which makes me very curious about this shoe because it's lightweight, protected with that biodynamic upper, and the midsole is supposedly very soft. I'm really looking forward to this shoe, but it's only releasing in 2025. And we are moving on to Salomon, who introduced today this brand new shoe, the S-Lab Ultra Glide. This is the new revamp of the Ultra Glide franchise. The Ultra Glide franchise will come with this shoe, the S-Lab Ultra Glide, releasing in December for 250 euros. And then in early 2025, the Ultra Glide 3, the kind of base model, will release for 150 euros. So 150 for the base model, 250 for this one. What's new and what's different on this shoe? First of all, as you can see, the geometry here of the outsole is completely different, but we'll get to that in a second. It has some interesting advantages. The upper is not traditional at all because it actually expands with the swelling of your foot here in the forefoot, so really meant for longer distances. It's an interesting material, but I just wore it for a few minutes, so I cannot comment on the expansion of that upper material. The midsole is a dual density. You have that cradle with very, very high sidewalls, both on the medial and lateral side. 41 millimeters of stack height, 35 in the forefoot, 6 millimeters drop. You have that cradle made of energy foam, EVA plus olefin block compound, and then you have a middle layer, an insert of energy foam plus PBA based that you can see here. It's just the very end of it here in the heel, but it runs all the way through the shoe underneath the insole, and it offers even more cushion. And this outsole, very, very specific shape. It was designed during a scientific test where lots of amateurs were running and all different brands, including Salomon, were trying new things. And they discovered that this shape was actually releasing pressure from some hot spots under the foot. And that was both good in terms of comfort, but also apparently very, very good in terms of outsole grip. These holes apparently act as a suction cup, as lots of suction cups placed throughout the outsole. And the benefit is increased grip, better traction, and in the end, a shoe that is really meant for ultra distances, but not just for the pros, not like all the S-Lab shoes. They're good for the general consumer, you and me. And it's releasing in December for 250 euros. That's the new stuff from Salomon. Hot, not hot? Let us know in the comments. Next up, we have the Sportiva Prodigio Pro. This shoe will release in March 2025, the 1st of March for 200 euros. It's very, very lightweight, 250 grams for size US 9, EU 42 and a half. This shoe features a 34 millimeters of stack height in the heel, 28 in the forefoot, 6 millimeters drop. It comes with a dual density midsole. The outside is a nitrogen infused EVA X-Flow midsole. The inside, the insert, is also nitrogen infused EVA, a bit softer X-Flow speed, and it has some TPU overlays a booty-like construction with those overlays protecting the structure of the shoe. Wide friction outsole for some good traction, 4mm lugs. I would say that this is the shoe that I enjoyed putting on the most this week. Obviously, this is only putting them on and having a first impression, but I would say that this was the one that's really marked me most. So stay tuned for March when this shoe releases. Next up, the North Face Summit Off-Trail TR. This shoe has an integrated BOA Li2 dial here on the outside, and it feels actually quite soft for that very, off-trail type of experience. But the North Face is actually even more interesting at UTMB because they have this new capsule collection with this shoe, the Summit Vectiv Pro 2, in that colorway, looking like some paint just dripped on it. And the whole theme is around the blue colorway of Yves Klein. I think they did a good job at designing this booth, but also the whole collection. So yeah, the North Face, interesting stuff at UTMB. Next up, we have this shoe from French brand Rossignol. It took 3 years to Rossignol to design this shoe. It's called the Vezor. This shoe comes with 29mm of stack height in the heel, 23 in the forefoot, 6mm drop, 282 grams for a men's size US 10. Rossignol sample size is a US 10, so a bit bigger. The weight in a traditional sample size US 9 would have been probably around 270 grams, 265 grams. Pretty lightweight, but it also doesn't have that much stack. It comes in that red colorway with a Formula One approved Michelin outsole. There also will be another version of the shoe without the Michelin outsole, a slightly cheaper one at 140 euros. This one will release in February for 180 euros. And yes, good to see some French brands and good to see some new shoes on the market. And last but not least, there is this innovation here in the box, but unfortunately I cannot show it to you. If you want to see it, and yes, I think you would like to see it, follow, subscribe, and we'll reveal it to you very soon.